Good morning, welcome to 1 Million Jabs. Today I'm going to tell you about how I biked across Korea and give you some tips, some insights, and I hope this helps. So first of all, I want to give you a couple of reasons why I think everyone should do it. First of all is bragging rights. If you're like, oh yeah, what did you do for vacation? You know, biked 400 miles or biked across the country. It just sounds really cool. And this route is a little over 400 miles, I think something around 600 kilometers. So it is quite the feat. So it's kind of nice to be able to add that to your list of adventures. And the third thing is that I love doing it in Korea because they have a good system. This trail is meant to be biked and lots of people have done it. So the signs are really clear, there's lots of resources. So it's not going to be that stressful to plan. We just got a map, we got on the road and we just started. And yeah, there were some times when we got lost, but it was pretty easy to go back on the trail because of all the signs that were around. So it's a really good route, not to mention really pretty. So the next reason I wanted, well, I think this is such a good idea is kind of the obvious one. You get really toned, especially your calves. You just get some really nice definition in your legs and my arms actually, just because you're kind of holding your bike so long. So getting nice and toned, that's always something to add to the list of why you should do it. And the next reason is you can eat a lot. We ate all the time. And there's something really freeing about having the metabolism of a teenage boy when you are constantly eating and you are constantly hungry. And we stopped at a lot of really good restaurants. At the end of the day, we picked something really fun out. So it was quite the food adventure as well as the athletic adventure. So yeah, eating all the time, I thought that was a huge plus. And finally, the last reason I loved to do this, and I think that more people should, is if you have any fondness in your heart for Middle Earth, go adventure in Korea. Well, I mean, New Zealand is good too, but I think people don't realize how beautiful the Korean mountains are and the rivers and the ocean and the coastline. And getting to bike through the country, you really get to see all that. Like you're going up and down hills or alongside rivers, and you just really feel like an adventure. Like it's just you and your steed and you're going across the country. It's pretty amazing. So embrace your inner hobbit, your inner adventurer, and go dream, go bike. So now I want to get into the how-to section of this. And so first of all, I think you should get kind of the starter pack that they have available because this path is definitely meant to be biked. So they have this map, which is super beaten up actually, and it also comes with this passport. So the map we definitely made use of. It's just a very basic kind of general outline of where to go. It's not quite enough if you want to look at like which turns to take and like specifics along the way, but it's a nice outline for if you're trying to kind of plan where you want to go or which route you want to go on. And I definitely used it just trying to look up like what cities I wanted to stop at. It was a really good planning tool, and I did use it during the bike ride as well, kind of as a supplement to the maps on our phones. So this is really handy. I liked this, and it comes with, as I said, this passport, which let me see if I can show you the map on here. This is the map of Korea, and all these little dots are stamp checkpoints. So you go along, you pick which route you want to do, and you get stamps along the way. A lot of people ask me, will that be kind of annoying? You have to stop and get stamps every so often, like kind of, you know, stop and go. And for me, I do not mind stopping after 30 kilometers to get a drink of water and to stamp my book. And it was actually, we ended up loving this because it was such a huge sense of accomplishment. Like we'd see how fast we could get to that first stamp every day, how many we could get in. And it just feels really good when you're at the end of the day and you're like, oh, I got 3 stamps or 5 stamps or whatever it happens to be. So as you can see, it got super messy. The stamp pads weren't always the greatest. I brought my own stamp pad just in case, but yeah, we picked the route we wanted to go, we get stamps. And the cool thing is about the stamps is at the end, you go to a certification center, you show them your stamps, and they'll get you this little like final sticker kind of showing you completed it. So we got this one, and I got this nice pretty gold one. So it's actually a huge sense of accomplishment. So I definitely suggest starting with this. It's a planning tool, and it's kind of a motivator as well. So the next step is trying to find a bike, which we had a little bit of problems with, but not too bad. If you already live in Korea, you can try to bring a bike on the bus, and people have told me it will work, but it didn't for me. So I actually had to leave my bike behind, take the bus up to Seoul, and rent a bike there. So I rented a bike, and I just biked down the country. Once I got to the end point, you can actually just find any bike shop in the area, and they'll mail it back to you, or mail it back to the renter for I think about $50. So total, I think I spent about $150 on the bike with renting it for that week. I think we rented it for about 9 days, and then we sent it back. And the bike was really nice. I loved it. So that's kind of what I would suggest if you're gonna do it. Just rent at whatever starting point you're at, and then just send it back. It's hassle-free, unless you have your own bike and can figure out the bus. It should work. I just went at a really busy time, so the bus driver was not allowing bikes on. So the next step I would suggest is finding a crazy adventure buddy. So I love having those friends where you can call them and you're like, I have a really stupid idea. And they're like, okay, I'll be there in an hour. And that was kind of what I felt like with this bike ride. I was like, guys, apparently you can bike across Korea. And you know, I haven't biked in years, and neither has my friend. And she's like, oh, okay, let's do it. Really? So I was planning at first I was like, maybe I'll just do it alone. But I'm really glad I had someone there. It's totally doable, I think, if you're traveling solo and you just want to get it done. But it was really fun having people there who, you know, you can stop and all enjoy a meal together at the end of the day. It's a huge bonding experience. You're all crazy enough to bike, even though you've had no experience on a bike or not much at all. And yeah, it's just kind of fun to have someone to share the adventure with, and you know, split prices with if you're staying at motels every night. It's handy, and it makes it more fun. So yeah, the next step is pack light. We packed really light. I think we each brought we brought one outfit maybe. Some things we'd kind of wash every night and just try to dry on the floors, because the heated floors dry things pretty quickly. But yeah, we didn't really bring much at all. Realistically, everything can be bought around you thanks to the Korean convenience stores are at every corner. You can get anything you need, food, pain meds, anything really, snacks, food. We bought sweaters at one point because it was raining, toothpaste, soap, shampoo, everything can be bought so you don't have to carry that with you. And I mean, I think it's optional. I think some of us still brought a couple beauty products. Can't live without eyeliner. No, but some of us did bring a little bit, and I actually did bring a journal and a book just because I just feel like it'd be wrong if I didn't have a book with me. So I did bring that. I don't think I ever used it, but just pack light, I guess, is the main thing. Pack really light and just buy if you need it on the way. And the next thing is just start biking and don't stop and enjoy the beauty around you. We definitely, we took the very slow route, so you know, there are people flying by us. I think the record is someone did it in a day, like 24 hours, but we definitely weren't even trying for that. We'd bike a couple miles, we'd stop, we'd take pictures, we'd bike a couple more, you know, we'd enjoy lunch, we biked a couple more. So yeah, we definitely took a leisure pace, so that was kind of nice. And then the next step, or the last step, is once you're finished biking, you bring in that certificate, and I want to show you what they gave me for completing it. So I got this really beautiful box in the mail. This hardwood box with the sign of the bike trail kind of route on it. So this is gorgeous, and it has this beautiful gold medal. Let's see if I can get it out. But how beautiful is that? Ah! So this shiny gold medal. It says Gukto Jungju Rivers of Korea, because this is sponsored by the waterways, so you'll find a lot of the stamps are at bridges. So not this video, obviously not sponsored, but the route and the maps and stuff that go with it are sponsored by the River Waterways. So it's such a beautiful metal in this gorgeous wooden box. It's such a sense of accomplishment already, and then you have this beautiful way to commemorate it. So I think it's pretty special. Here's one more thing that they sent me. It's this folder. It's all velvety. It's so fancy. It's so pretty. And then you open it up. Here's all the stamps, which is awesome because as you saw, the stamps in my book are such a mess. So here you can actually kind of see it and remember, you know, which bridges you were at, which sites you saw, because in the booklet, let's be real, you just can't see it. And then here is kind of the certificate of you finished the cross-country cycling road. So yeah, doing this, I guess I should give a warning. It can be downright addicting. Like afterwards, I thought, I'm not a huge biker, obviously I hadn't biked in years, so I thought I was gonna be really sick of biking by the end. But that's all I wanted to do afterwards. My friend too, she hadn't biked in years, and she biked every single day the rest of summer after that. Just because there's something, like, you kind of fall in love with it, like being constantly just like, you know, it's easy enough where it's fun, but it's hard enough where you feel a sense of accomplishment. You kind of fall in love with the activity. So doing this, you can actually get other biking routes too. I biked across the country, but there are like coastal routes that you can get stamps for and stuff. So I kind of want to do more. I guess we'll see what happens in the future, but be warned, it is addicting and it's pretty awesome. So I hope this was helpful or entertaining or informative, and yeah, hopefully see you in the next video. Subscribe if you'd like to join the adventure. I definitely will be doing more crazy adventures, whatever I can find in the future. And yeah, like if you also want to go on this bike ride. Bye-bye!